him to be a bit more active early. Oh, okay, maybe they will be able to get it this time. Palos in some trouble, doesn't have Doppelganger, just use it, and the damage is sufficient. KP is going to go down, and maybe they look for more as well. KP is dying to the tower here. Carlo with a stick charge, not enough to keep himself alive. KP also keeps the wagon alive, but will be burned down by the Shanks, who at least dodges the bombs. Bosku is going to... There's a bit too much healing here now, courtesy of the two, and not enough mana for Carlo either to continue this engagement. Blastoff is ready, though. They're looking for the kill onto Bob. Bob does not have a remnant down, but does manage to dodge the Sleight of Fist. Doesn't matter, though, because Bosku's going to steal away the haste here. The fight in the river continues. Carl jumps into the river. Doesn't actually hit him, but the Swashbuckle will get the kill. Carlo damage and 99 from Techies, excuse me. Yep. That can't be right. Bob is at least going to be able to find Carl here, but Carlo lacks the damage. Doesn't have the points in freezing field yet. So Carlo just about face there. Did a quick 180. Finds at least Carlo in the trees, but Bob has a remnant back. Is going to get the false promise and continue fighting here, but they're immediately on to Shanks to reduce the healing. And Bob, that's a red light above you, my friend. I don't think he gets out of this one alive, and he's going to get better for Palos, though, Jonathan. It's going to get better. I believe, yes, indeed. We have Diffusal Blade now coming out. Tino's still a little bit of a tough kill, but not if KP is nearby. They've stolen Shockwave as well. Tino, there is nowhere for you to go but back into the Techies' mines. They didn't even need to be tough, though. They did Roche even faster than I thought they could. Oh, my goodness. Carl is in. Look at that Swashbuckle burning the mana. The damage well onto 3, but they've caught Bob. Oh, and the Raven just puts him into the dirt immediately, into the water more like it. Shanks doesn't even have time to ulti himself behind the tower. You know, these tier 2 towers, these outer towers, no longer as much of a threat as they used to be. There's another remnant, but look how slow he is with the inhibit. Does manage to get up to high ground, but KP has Firefly. Thought he might have gone chasing. They're going to get the skewer back after the Harpoon, and Carl, that's Aegis at least. Now, we talked about these outer towers not being so much of a stopping point, but these inner towers, that may be something else entirely. As Carlo letting go the freezing field. Just not enough damage onto the Bat Rider, though. And KP still gets the kill on the Bob. Just doesn't matter. Lasso to interrupt the RP. There's going to be the stun. They're trying to stop the RP from coming through. Another stun out from Carl. There's a secondary one. They're even turning for more jump. They're diving up onto the high ground. What is it? Is this OG now? What is this? Bob's bought back. Wants to put down Tibbs. He says, give me all that money. That's 400 gold for a Techies kill. You're worth more than my PL. Thank you very much. But Carl's turning for more. That's a dieback. Everett just went into die. And now Shanks, he doesn't have ulti for himself. He's already committed this, what felt like years ago. Okay, that's a nice skew onto the high ground. The RP onto 2. Another buyback now up from Execration. Bosku steals the skewer. Does manage to save him. Carl now is unleashed. The damage is just too much. Palos is dead. Tino is down. Palos has got buyback, but how many buybacks are they willing to commit here? It's up there with ease, and they'll do it again. They control the Twin Gates, they control the Lotus Pools. Now they're going to be looking for the Ember Spirit. They stole the Searing Chains, chains onto 2 from Bob, but you look to try and farm on their side of the map, they're going to try and kill you. Rolling Thunder is utilized. They see Big Fish and they want Big Fish. They know that's the real one. There's a lasso, and they've already kind of, you know, scared this Oracle out of the fight. Down goes the Maiden. Palos is dead. There's just no moves here. It just doesn't feel like there's any moves for Execration, John.
No, there's no way.
300 gold shy. He might just die here, though. In goes Bob, and we'll see. Yes, gets the false promise. Good save from Shanks. Utilized the Blink Dagger well there. Does leave Shanks himself without a buyback, though, after that buyout. Now Shanks is dead, and so is Tino. All right, 2 heroes just like that. Blacklist Rivalry. I mean, you know, just kind of went in, honestly. Not really too much of a technical term is needed there. Carlo is going to be lassoed back at this point. You just take the bodies, and maybe there's another one. Phantom Lancer picked up by Bosku. I'm trying to go for the cheeky skewer back. Couldn't find it in time, but it's a 5 versus 2, pardon me. And Execration, well, see what they can do, but they're going to be forced to strike the colors here pretty soon.
At the least, respawns are fairly short with how far behind you are, so, you know, you're going to be back up for the defense.
Damage on a Bosku of Execration, but it cost them 4 buybacks. Now Blacklist Rivalry, that's their second buyback. They didn't quite catch Bob there. He's too fast there on the, oh goodness, on the Revenant, but they're going to be able to track only Tim's back. Raven shifts into actually the Magnus. He's not going to be able to kill him, at least so easily, because Shanks uses the false promise on him, but down goes Bob. He's going to die in the back lines to Carl solo. When they went into that one,
there was a little.
Immediately crushed here. I think this is it.
Yeah,
Palos
is gonna crush it.
Yeah,
that's it.
There he goes.
They're not calling it yet.
No, there it is. Now they are.
Okay, they call it. I mean, that was a strong performance out from Blacklist. Execration. It's looking rough. They look lost. They look like they don't have an identity. They look like they don't know where they stand in this patch, and they've had a lot of experience on this patch relative to other teams on the LAN. They've been able to play in those lands. They've had the opportunity to try to find some solutions. Even if you take losses, you know, there were some